Hello, everyone. So welcome to another Reps Call. So I want to say hi to Fernando, Gasper, Paul, Daniele, Takeshi, Pranshu, Melinda, Irvin, Saverio, and Alex. Thank you very much, Alex, for the support. So thank you very much for being here today. Please add your name to the Etherpad and sign yourself in the event in the community portal. So today we have two things we want to talk about. As you know, we are going to have our 10-year celebration for the REPS program next week. So I sent everyone in Reps General the agenda with all the Zoom link, and I also send everyone invites for each single event. So that's probably why you received a bunch of events yesterday. So, but you also receive an email with the agenda and the details of all the talks and the links to all the hubs room that we have opened and all the Zoom link. So that is for you. So please do not share them. And if you know of a rep who didn't have access to them for some reason, please send them away and I will be happy to send the agenda to them too. So, or please, if you didn't receive it, just put a comment, just ping me or put a comment in Matrix and I will take care of it. So just so now there is not a lot to do, but there are a few things that we would like you to do before all the talks start on Monday. So there are two events for which we have opened Mozilla moderator links where you can submit your question for the speaker. So Mitchell will come and speak on Monday. Going to come and speak on Monday, and we have open a moderator for that. The link to that has been sent in the agenda in the email. You will find it there, and you can put all the questions you want there. So please put them in by Sunday night so we can go through them. And also we have a council Q&A on Tuesday, and there is a Mozilla moderator link for that too. So also put your question in there by Sunday night so we can review them. And just another thing, after this meeting is done, I will send you another email, not after the meeting done, tomorrow I will send you another email where I will give you some of the assets that have been prepared for this 10 years anniversary. So there are some Zoom background just for the anniversary. There are some virtual sticker, there's the images you can use in Twitter. So we will send all of that too. And then we have a ask. We will ask you to record some 10-15 minutes videos answering some questions, which then will be used on social media. So tomorrow we'll send you all this information and all the links of the place where you can put the recording of your videos. And also we will ask you to tweet on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, all the 4 days. We will have a different question and we will ask you to answer with a tweet. So all the information for that will also be in the toolkit about the toolkit I will send tomorrow. So now that's all the information I have, and I want to open it now for questions. And if you did not receive the agenda, you did not receive the invite, please let me know. I send them in Reps General. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? Feel free then to write on the pad too. So,
quick question.
Yeah.
Will the talk with Mitchell, is that being recorded?
No, that will not be recorded because it's more of a spontaneous conversation. So the other are like prepared talk. So we thought, but the others will be recorded, but not the one with Mitchell. So you will have to be there. But if you have some question, as I say, there should be a Mozilla moderator link in the agenda that we sent, so you will be able to submit your question in advance there. So did you all receive the agenda, the invites, everything? I know there were a lot of invites, but we organize a lot of events. But yes, I also resent the agenda when I sent the invite for the call today, just to make sure that everyone has seen it. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Have you had a chance to have a look at the hubs room? They're really great.
I haven't yet, but I'm hoping to very soon.
Okay, the links to the hubs room were also sent in the email. So as well, if you don't have access to them, go ahead. Okay, if there are no more questions, let me have a look just in the matrix room. No, I don't see any questions. So, okay, good. So if there are not any other question, I will pass the word to Daniele, who is going to talk about the Common Voice contest that has been organized by the Italian community.
Ciao everyone. It is a long time from the last weekly call for me in the REPS program. Funny to see some known face here since a long time. And so in the other part, you can find various links. I hope that Saverio can join the call because he is very important for the contest. Basically, the contest started in April. It was for a full month, and I shipped like 20 awards that there was stickers for the first, second, and third place, t-shirts, these kind of things. And we did it in various steps because it's not was something simple. First of all, we did our Mozilla Italia swags with the help of the Mozilla REST program. So for the first time, I guess, in the 12 years, we did it our swag. So we had the new logo that was following the Mozilla logo guidelines. We did also the new website after 11 years of the community. So we did various things to getting ready for the contest. The second step was to start thinking how to do a common voice contest and track the users, because of course we care of privacy, so we cannot track what they are doing, but we need this information. So we did it ignoring the common voice portal, because the problem with that is the PI is not so easy and is kind of confusing. And in the other side, we had Saverio that did the Common Voice project app for Android, that is a wrapper to the Common Voice portal. It is so we did it with him. Basically, he implemented in the app for Italian users and in the website the tracking as opt-in, opt-out. So the user just shared to us their anonymous user ID, because every user has for the app a custom string that share to us just this. So they say that this is our string, this is my string, and this is me. So we associated to every user this string. So it was completely anonymous in this way. We don't know who he is, age, whatever. We just know who he is. And with the app, we tracked the contribution and give to them automatically points. In this way, we know how many registration recording, sorry, and reviewing they did with various points. At the end, we had a list of all these users. At the end, we had like 40 users. For us was huge because we don't have all these people in the community active in Common Voice. And you see in the links in the header pad, you can find the English report by me that includes the graphs, because we had in this month the same contribution to Common Voice we have like in a year. So for us was kind of huge, just because we did various things. First of all, we prepared a press release in Italian. We tried to find journalists, websites, whatever, to promote the Common Voice contest outside the community, because this is the first limit for us, is to reach outside the community and the open source world. We also asked to influencer, Italian influencer. We know that was for them not a problem to do a retweet, as an example. And we saw that of these 40 people, only 10 was from the community. Less of 10 was from the community. So the rest was new people that never known about Mozilla, whatever, etc. And with those people, we got now like 80 hours for Common Voice in a month. For us, I say it's huge. Huge is not enough, but yeah, this was the important part, and we did it in a month, and we worked hard to find website to share the news. It wasn't easy. I think that we did more on that. We probably had more people, but as community and volunteers, we don't know journalists that can, repost the news, whatever. So this was the first step. We worked a month just to organize the press release and how to do the promotion. We prepared for socials, whatever. We talked also with other open source community just to do our best. And the interesting part that this wasn't the first contest for Common Voice for us. We did an experimental contest a few months before just to test the platform with the Android app. And I ship again hours because there was part of that. Also to see how much cost, how much time takes to do shipping with these kind of things, because it was new for me to do this part. And we did also the last year a developer contest, because we are also shipping the Italian model for the speech with Common Voice. So this was a kind of a plan to test what we can do and see what works better. So with all this experience that you can find in the English report, we did it this contest. So basically for us worked that the promotion outside the Mozilla and open source channel for us was huge. Also the help of the Android app, that this was the biggest part of the puzzle for us, is that let us to track the user in this way. It was 94 hours, sorry, I check it now. And so the app is important because the Common Voice portal has some bugs since few years, and it is limiting a lot for us the effect of us community, because you can find in English report I put 5 different issues of the Common Voice portal. This report is here since a month, so I already shared it to the Common Voice team because people asked me, do you talk with them? Yes, I talk with them. They already know, because these are old stuff, and the Common Voice basically is limiting for us. But what we learned that promotion outside the community, it was important. We learned also that influencers are important to reach other people, because they are kind of trust, because not all the people read the newspaper or websites to get news, but just follow them on Twitter, in our case, and not Instagram. That the people are not all interested in the awards, because of 20 winners, didn't wanted the swag. They just joined it for fun. And just for them to have like a list of all the users with their points was enough to join this contest. And at the end, after this contest, Saverio started talking with the Common Voice team just to fix some issues that has the app, but I'm not sure about this technical part. I didn't follow with it, but it was important for us, this contest, because it was a long work just to achieve that, because we saw that we need as community to talk outside the community. It is not just because it's COVID pandemic, and so you need to talk with them online, because before you was, join events, force them, or local events. it was the best way to meet people, but we saw that we need to reach people outside the world of open source, digital rights, etc. So we need to do something more, and this way was published on different social networks like also Reddit, reach other people everywhere. So this is, I think, something that is important, that also the community can copy and do it, because in the Italian case, we saw that also the age of the participant was different. So everyone found us in a different way. So we need to cover all the aspects, because the only time that we got all these people joining Common Voice in a month was, I think, 1 year and a half ago or two, when Mozilla did the ads on the About home page in Firefox. So we got all these people just because it was promoted on the About page in Firefox. But I think that we need to talk outside. Otherwise, Common Voice don't get trust, because when we started to do promotion in this way, I got questions from people. How works Common Voice? It is trustable? How many hours there are there? Why I have to use Common Voice? Why I have to use Mozilla stuff? Because it is not clear that is something that is free for everyone, and just we need your time. We saw there are people just that want to be consumer of the Common Voice dataset. They don't want to join the contribution of Common Voice. And so our community is very active also on Discord. So we did in the years various discussions. Also, after this contest, I developed the new rules for the Common Voice sentence extractor from Wikipedia, because there was a lot of them with errors. And just I'm waiting now in a month, I guess, that these new sentences are uploaded, because now in the Common Voice dataset it's possible to get the list of the sentences reported by the users. This is kind of new. So now for us was also possible to see what other people are reporting. And that's just, I talk too much. So if there are any questions, let me know.
Thank you very much, Daniele. I saw there are other members of the Italian communities here that joined. Let me see. I think.
Yes, there is Saverio
Saverio
and Stefania. Yes.
So I don't know if any of you want to add something to what Daniele has said.
Talk.
You can also add the comments in the chat if you prefer not to talk directly. That's perfectly okay.
Okay.
Waiting for Saverio that if you want to say more about the technicalities and the connection with the Common Voice team. But it was a great experience overall. We heard very good feedback from the people that attend the event. And actually, probably both events, so both context of deep speech and Common Voice. And actually, now we have more example for the uses of deep speech as well. So sometimes people ask, how can we use it? And so having this range of example was great, and it was made by the community from student, web developers. So it was a mix of people that attend the deep speech contest. And about Common Voice, I heard other people that that actually has that were well involved also after the contest. So it was a very interesting community. We usually did for a long time. Actually, we started live doing this Common Voice sprint, and with the launch of Common Voice in Italian, and then we actually continue to do that online as well during this pandemic period. So we connect together, we put a countdown, and we all participate in Common Voice and attended the events. And probably from these kind of series of events was also some of the contributor in the contest. So it was great experience, and yeah. We have a lot of things in mind, and we hope to put in place in the future as well.
Thank you very much, Stefania. I see Saverio is here. I don't know if you want to say a few words, or obviously up to you. Don't worry. If you don't feel comfortable, that's perfectly fine. In the meantime, does someone have any questions? Well, I have a question actually. I think Stefania mentioned, but I wanted to say, of these people who participate in the contest, there are some who stayed in the community in a way that you feel very interested in stay longer term after participating in this activity. I think Stefania mentioned something about that. I just wanted to have a bit.
Okay, well, with the first contest, the experimental one, we got some people that still contributing to Common Voice. With this, the new one, it's not clear yet, as I don't know why. We got new people, of course. We see in the Telegram groups that we have new people. So this is kind of clear looking of the people joining the discussions, but it's too soon to see if they are interested to work in other things. As we had our monthly call after the contest, and there was, I think, 1-2 new people in the monthly call. But right now, as there aren't any contest or I can say gamification thing, I don't think they're so much interested. As we are now also a bit late with do a new model because people want to play with stuff. With Common Voice, it's difficult to play because we are just contributing, and to play with your contribution, you need someone that do the model, and we are a bit of delay with that. But I think that we will see probably in the next months, also because now in Italy there is the issues. There is the problem with university. They are now busy, a lot of them with exams. There is a Saverio right here. And so maybe also this is one of the point why they are not so much active, but I leave the word to Saverio. If there's something else to add, I don't know.
So basically, you said everything. Maybe I can add, we organized at the end of the contest a final call to understand problems, issues, and everything else with the users. And yeah, this Daniele said everything.
Thank you very much. I mean, this was really impressive, really so many activities. And yes, and I really looking forward to see what you do next. And thank you very much for coming and present, taking the time to go to also talk to everyone. And yes,
Yeah,
we are, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking if I can add something. For us, participating, well, retention is always very challenging. But in order that we saw that participate in other conferences, I saw the Linux logo behind Daniele. So the Linux Day, and in Italy we organized this merge. It was an event with all the most active open source community together. That was two very good moments to allow Mozilla project to be showcased through other community of volunteers, because we saw that there is a sort of mindset in contributing and volunteering in general that is challenging to pass. So sometimes is a big part that could be sometimes even beyond the interest in the technology as well. I know a lot of people that work especially in data science, that must feel that do not contribute, and I think is something to take in consideration. So when we expose this team directly in a conference like Linux and other conferences where other people, even over the community, but have the mindset of contributing or volunteering, organize events, that could be a great point to showcase your project through Mozilla as well.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Stefania. We are nearly at time. I just want to give Paul 1 or 2 minutes. I know he had a couple of links in the page. If you can just quickly wrap it up.
Yeah, sure. Sure, no, just a couple of small things. So the links are in the Etherpad in the open floor section. The first of those, make sure I get the order right, is the new Mozilla feedback site, ideas.mozilla.org. This is the new feedback tool for Mozilla. It's a little bit different than the old one. It's not a simple yes or no question. You've got the ability to engage with ideas or concepts that are being put forward, and to put together case studies of features that you'd like to see in Firefox and Mozilla software on there as well. So please check out the link. You'll need to set up an account on the website with CrowdUtility, the people that run the site, but it's a very open platform for you to be able to contribute towards the future direction of Firefox. The other link is a link to the Mozilla Wiki for Pridezilla. This is Pride Month for the LGBTQ plus community. A lot of resources on there for people that want to learn and understand more and support their community in that way as well. So just a couple of links there, and let's say if necessary, maybe at a later meeting in the future, we can have a look at the ideas site and maybe a bit more detail. But no, that's it. Just a couple of quick items. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paul. And thank you very much to the Italian community, both for organizing such wonderful events and for coming and talking to us about it. Yeah, I see Paul clapping. And thank you very much for coming. We are at time, so I'm going to close, but I invite all of you to explore all the link in the Etherpad. And